What's up, everybody? Welcome back to My Twisted Life TV. I am Poetry. You are here for a recap and review of Married at First Sight, Season 14, Boston, the reunion, Part 1. Why we having two parts, I have no idea. Everything that we discussed right now in this particular episode, this 80-minute long episode, was all we need to hear. We already got whether or not the couples were still together. We already went back over their past. We saw the never before seen footage that I actually saw before. We did all that in this first part. Why we need to have two parts? Somebody explained it to, oh, we got to bring the experts out. That's what it is. We got to bring the experts out. So, here we go. We start off with our two-part reunion. And we have all the couples there. We have Lindsay and Mark. Lindsay looked like she got some work done on her face. Maybe it's her teeth. So jawline look a little sunken in. Lindsay got some work done. She got some, I don't know if she got a breast lift, and she already had boobs, but Lindsay got work done. Mark has lost 40 pounds. And Kevin was like, you think that was due to Lindsay cooking? You know, he's like, you know, she did switch me out from burgers to sushi, but still, if you eat a lot, no matter what it is, it's still too much. So I don't know. I think he just got back into the gym. He happy. He happy now, which lets me know they ain't together. You remember when Luther Vandross lost weight? When he was skinny Luther, he was happier than he was when he was big Luther. That's Mark. That's all that was. That's all that was. That was happy weight loss. You lose somebody, you kick him to the curb, you're like, ooh, I done dropped 140 pounds. Mark is happy now. That's exactly what it is. Michael and Jasmina didn't match. And they had matched the entire season, which told me they ain't together. I know their body language was suggesting otherwise, because she was sitting all up underneath him. And I'm going to tell you why I think she was doing that. Jasmina is in regret mode. She is never going to admit it. You probably have never heard those words come out her mouth. She wishing she would have not. She wished she could have did something different. That's what I'm sensing from her. Elijah Wan and Katina. Was that Derek Jackson and his wife? That's who I saw on stage. She was up underneath his ass. Up underneath him. Her wig was fucking hideous. I don't care what y'all was saying out on Twitter. Her wig was hideous. Homegirl had so many bags under her eyes. I was wondering how many trips she had just took. Her eyes were so swollen and puffy, like you could tell she had been crying right before they got to that set. Can't make me believe otherwise. Okay, if she ain't been crying, she done had a lot of restless fucking nights. Knowing and Steve, you could tell they together. And then we had Alyssa and Chris. I already told y'all Alyssa and Chris was coming back. They gotta explain their side of the story. They gotta explain to where they are right now. You know, we gotta hear Alyssa say, I'm a good person 1,000 times. That's basically what happened. He asked them, what did they all gather from this experience? How was it watching themselves back on TV? It's been 5 months, y'all, since decision day. So they were able to watch the season with us. Everything that came out of Elijah Wan's mouth 100% had to do with what the fans were stating. Elijah Wan came out here with the best sung song he could ever sing, and I'm here to tell y'all that is manipulation 101. Katina is in the calm before the storm, honey. She's in the calm before the storm. That's exactly where she at. Everything's perfect. You know how you get an abusive well, you may not know, and pray that you never know. But you can talk to some people that you know have been in abusive relationships. You get an abusive fast person. Somebody may have called them out on it. Somebody may have threatened to walk away or did walk away. And when they come back, they change for just a little bit. Everything is peachy keen, but just a little bit. That little bit could be for 5 days, 5 minutes, 5 hours, 5 months. But the real them that's inside of them can't be contained. Can't be contained. That fool sat up on this stage and said, how come nobody didn't tell him how much of an asshole he was being? I could have sworn I heard Dr. Viviana say it. I could have sworn I heard Pastor Cal say it. I could have sworn I heard Dr. Pepper say it. I could have sworn I heard Katina say it. I could have sworn I heard Michael question it. And you was like, nah, dog, nah, that ain't me. I ain't never did nothing like that. I ain't never did nothing like that. How many people had to tell you? I guess all of America and the worldwide who's watching this show right now, who is getting in your ass and telling Katina to walk the fuck away from you, that's who you had to listen to, huh? You couldn't listen to your comment fuck sis. You didn't realize that you was being an asshole. And we supposed to believe, oh, he's a changed man now. Some of y'all food, he got some of y'all food, but not me. Not me. I'm going to be keeping my eye on the news on them motherfuckers right there. For sure. Because Katina, I wanted to tell her to blink. I was trying to take out my camera and flash it at the TV screen. I wanted to tell her to blink, sis. Blink twice if you need help. Tilt your wig. That wig was fucking hideous. It was hideous. She looked so elderish. Something, it wasn't right with Katina. Katina ain't number 30. Is she 30, 29? She young. Why you looking so elder? She looked at a mess. I know we talked about her changing her unit, but that wasn't it. That one wasn't it. She probably had a fucking knot on her forehead. That's why she did the little mushroom bang. I'm about to get upset. This is not going to be a recap. This is probably just going to be my thoughts and views on this part one. I got to take a break in the middle of this because I'm cooking, I'm eating. I gotta nourish my body, okay? First of all, happy birthday, Dorlinda Tracy from Dorlinda Tracy TV. Whoop, 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 whoop. Gemini's in the MF building, baby. Booyah. Yes, happy birthday, sis. Happy birthday. Where am I at? I don't know why. We had all the couples on stage together. I think everybody looked fairly nice overall. Then we separated them and took them to a room by themselves to have the conversation. Why? Because the reunion is the time and place that everybody's supposed to give input on everybody's shit. And right now, we're not doing that. We going back to the backstage and we're going to give them a little alone time. First up, Elijah Wan and Katina. They so happy. Things so together, so right. He don't want to make her have to cook no more because he saw that he was being an asshole. He saw that he was being stern and strict. He watched himself and he realized maybe these people, are right. No, I don't believe that. He didn't believe that. He said, let me do what I gotta do for the next few months and we get through this doggone reunion, then I go back to being who I was. Because Katina loved Elijah Wan and Isaac the same, which tells me that Isaac came out a whole lot. Because according to you, on your wedding day, you had already retired Isaac. He go through all these little tears and fears and all this stuff about, my daddy died when I was 16 and my mama, she was going through some hard times at the time, so she couldn't come to the wedding. So that's why I was so emotional at the wedding, because I really wanted them to be there and things of that nature. I don't remember Katina family being there either for her mama. We never saw her mama again no more during the whole season. Her mama don't like Elijah Wan. You can't make me believe that. And now, Elijah Wan is her best friend. Jabari is no longer her best friend. Y'all can tell y'all that. I believe she ain't talking to Jabari at all. So things supposedly went great with them. He ain't trying to force her to cook and clean no more, like he said, because he realized how much of an asshole he's been because of all the tweets, the Twitter fingers. He want us Twitter folks to realize to not just judge a person automatically, judging by their growth, get to know who the person is before you start judging. You was a motherfucking asshole. You still is to me. That's what I've learned about you. You a manipulative, narcissist asshole. Nothing is going to change that for me. Nothing. You ain't been redeemed. The damn experts couldn't even talk to you. You ain't went to therapy. You ain't had no counseling. You just listen to the Twitter folks turn your ass up. That's all it was. And now you say, I'm a changed man. Get the fuck out of here. Kevin really pissed me off with this particular couple. Because he did not get into their ass at all. He was like, first of all, I didn't think y'all was going to make it. I was like, no, he too out there and she too much of a party girl. No, Kevin, say what you said during the doggone midsection special. You said he was an abusive asshole in so many words. But you said he was abusive. Everybody was like, no, they balance each other. And then he gonna say, and they perfectly balance each other. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Katina's like, you know what? You got to be a strong woman to be with him. I tell him all the time, can't no weak woman deal with him. No, sis, you got that backwards. A strong woman would not deal with his ass. He needs somebody that was weak to succumb to his ways. He needs somebody to do that. And that was you. She was like, I keep telling myself, just have patience. Just hold on, girl. If you got to talk to yourself like that to get through a 8-week relationship, you's a fool. It's for the hold on. She just wanted to be married. That's all that was. She just wanted to be married. So Kevin was like, is there anything that you could say or show her to show that you really care about her? He said, yes, it is. And I want you to look at me when I tell you this. Look at me, girl. He got down on one knee. My daddy told me to marry you. Your daddy did. But he told me to marry you. I had all the signs. Decision day was his birthday, this, that, and the third. We had all the signs. Marry me. My neighbors, you could hear them upstairs. So that ain't thunder. I told you they loud as a motherfucker up there. And they get louder the more I talk, because they probably hear me talking about their monkey asses. Anyhow, he gets down on one knee. And he says, now that we've been through the storm, now that we've been through it all, we done made it to this point, and you really want to be with me, look what I got. He pulled out this big ass cluster ring that he got her. And I don't recall him asking a question, but Kevin was like, does that mean you saying yes? Say yes to what? He didn't say, will you marry me again? He didn't say, will you commit yourself to me? Because y'all already did that, right? What was she supposed to be saying yes to? But she said yes. Yes. She was shaking. She was all turned up. She was, oh my God, I couldn't believe all this. Girl, Elijah Wan only brought that ring to the show because Noi had a ring presented to her the last time you guys met up. That's why he got that ring. He should have did it on the show when the show was putting together their little budget to help Steve get his ring. That's what he should have did, but he didn't. Okay. And she was just so happy. So happy. Then they showed all the scenes where he was being an asshole. And he keeps saying, no, I've grown self-reflection. I've grown self-reflection. I've grown self-reflection. Lies. Katina helped me see it. Lies. 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 As someone who has been around abusive relationships, have been involved in one particular time of her life, emotionally, mentally, in one physical act of my own, but a lot of physical acts that I witnessed via my parents, Elijah Wan is lying. That girl needs friends, family, loved ones to really be looking out for her. But he's got her so caught up that she ain't believing nobody. She don't want to hear what nobody got to say, because she just wants to be married so bad. They plan on having a kid in 5 years, maybe. Maybe. Went to the 2-year window. Whatever. Anywho, moving on. Bring out a listen, Chris. I just want to start off first of all. I want to say that I am a really good person. I came in here with the purest intentions, and I really wanted to find love. But that's not what they gave me. I was very upset with the experts. I really hated them. I wanted to talk to them. Why did they not here? Why didn't they fly in on the plane? You want to talk to them? No, I don't want to talk to them. I hate them. This girl is psychotic. Psychotic. And Chris was like, if I would have known that this half a hoe was saying all this shit about me, as the show was rolling on, I would have been walked away. I would have been left. I didn't know all of that. When I made my decision to leave her, it was easy peasy, baby. Easy. Kevin was like, was it hard? No. That was the easiest decision I ever made in my life, was to walk away from her. And if I had seen that, I would have walked away sooner. If I had known she was talking that bad about me, I'd have walked away sooner. She was that insulting, that mean, that hateful, that much in delusion. I would have walked away sooner. All she wanted to do was get up and hang with the rest of the crew. She didn't give a fuck about the marriage. She like, I just felt that since we lived so far away, that I could have the apartment one time and you can have the apartment and we can split it, you know. For what? We supposed to be living here as a married couple, honey. Not subletting a fucking apartment so you can hang with the crew. Well, I told the crew I was going to come by all the time. And I did just that. They talked about that in the after party. When Kevin showed all these never before seen footages, I seen them. If you watched the after party, you seen them too. There was nothing that they showed in those footage that they had not shown during the after party. That's why Keisha Knight Pulu should have been up on that stage co-hosting or hosting all together. I think Kevin asked her, would you have, if you did have to do it all again, would you have gave him a chance or something like that? And she talked all around that. I would have recognized that I can't say the things that I want to say because the camera's rolling. You know, I would have been more diligent in what I wanted to make sure the experts gave me what I needed. In your face, I mean, those were her words, those were my words, but that's what she meant to say. Hell no, she wouldn't have gave Chris a chance. I thought he was an ugly ass motherfucker when he came down the aisle, and I gave up then. I was pissed off then. There was no turning back. What chance? Well, why did you go on a honeymoon? Well, I thought that's what I was supposed to do. In her defense, Chris said the same thing. I was just going along. I figured that we was just going along at this point. But when I realized there was no chance in hell, when we got back to these here United States, and she talking about she want to live in the same apartment and me live in the same apartment, and she just want to hang out with the rest of the crew, fuck the marriage. I said, nah, I can't do this no more. That's not what I meant. I didn't mean that I wanted to hang out. I didn't want to just be here for the experience. I wanted to find true love. I had the purest intentions. I'm a good person. Shut the fuck up, Alyssa. Shut up, Eva. Oh, child. So, Chris dating. He happy, he dating. You know, he said, why the hell not? I done went out with a few people, and I know exactly what I want now. Basically, he tried to say, I know what I don't want, and it's her. I make sure if I ever ran up on another one like this one, I know to walk away fast, run quick, okay? You know, that's what Chris was saying. I don't know if Alyssa was dating or not. I don't think she was. Moving on. Who we get next? Jasmina and Michael. We knew was Jasmina said that she did not want to live with Michael. That was done. I had hopes. I had hopes. And Jasmina's everybody language tells me, I know that we had came to the conclusion that she just wasn't attracted to Michael. Jasmina attracted to Michael. Jasmina just don't want Michael to be right. It has to be Jasmina's way or no way at all. I called my husband every day. I wanted to talk to him on the phone every day. And he only wanted to set up a date with me one time and come over once. My love, y'all were supposed to be living together. Y'all still stayed married. We weren't supposed to be in separate apartments. Michael said, you know what? I agreed to stay married because I thought this was going to be the best decision. She sprung that live apart together after decision day. That's what she sprung that on him. Okay, I saw people on Twitter like, well, they both agreed to live apart. Michael always agreed to do what the fuck she said do, just to keep peace in the household. That's all that was. That's all that was. Okay, he wanted to keep fucking peace. I did not know that that man wasn't talking to that woman for 30 days. After they whole little blow up and she called him aggressive and she's sticking to the fact that he said he was aggressive. He said, you know what, my tone probably was off. I probably was condescending, but I was not aggressive with you and I wasn't yelling at you. I can't deal with that. So what Michael decided to do was not say shit to her. I don't want to be misinterpreted for my aggression. Fuck all that black man, black woman shit that they was talking about. He didn't want to be mistaken to be aggressive because no matter what she says A, he says B. I don't like the tone you're using with me. Why are you being aggressive with me? Why did you say a hard B when you said B? You know, that's how Jasmina had turned out to be. I told she was talking to him like she was one of his little kids and she was belittling him. I know he was shorter than her and she wore heels all the doggone time. That's why he was shorter than her, because they basically the same height. Anywho, she felt rejected. She felt hurt. Jasmina is used to not being in a relationship with anybody, okay? Not close proximity. So living apart in two separate apartments was perfect for her because that's how she's always lived all her relationships. Okay, so Jasmina wanted him to talk every day, you know. After 12 days, Michael said, this ain't it. This is not the lick. I can't do it. 12 days, that's all he gave her. You ain't giving me what I need. I knew this. He said, when I took away the fact that we was in an arranged marriage, when I took away the fact that I said vows, you know, go ahead and erase them. When I took away the fact that, you know, I want a family right now, have a desire for it, just take that away right now. I realized she ain't have shit to offer me. Not nothing. She still hadn't been vulnerable with him, still hadn't opened up to him. Everything was on Michael. All these relationships was like this, like Elijah, Juan, and Katina. Katina, the one who had to change and conform to be with his monkey ass. And now that's what Jasmine wanted Michael to do too. He didn't speak to her. They said it during the show. During the show, she said they had a big blow up or what have you. I forgot what it was about. Well, I think that's when she went out the hallway and she was going to walk away or leave, what have you. She said after that last blow up, that's all we've done is said hello and good night to one another. That's when the kissing stopped. When they first started, this is my opinion, when they first got together, they was kissing each other every night. That's what they said. And then after a while, he stopped kissing her because she acted like she didn't want it anyway. She said she was uncomfortable with it anyway. So they went to bed pretty much mad at each other for a whole month. Why y'all stay? You really wanted to make that work, Michael. You really liked her. She was so beautiful to you. Jasmine is a beautiful girl. Why you stay, Jasmina? Because you know damn well Michael is the one that you should have been with. But you still wanted to have things your way or no way at all. That's all that was. That's all that was, sweetie. He didn't kiss you. He didn't hug you. He didn't try to grab your booty in the middle of the night. Hi. Hello. That's why when he was dealing with the death loss of his brother, you know, the death day of his brother, that's why he went to the cemetery. That's why she didn't know, because they weren't speaking. They didn't speak for an entire month. The whole process is only 60 days. 30 out of the 60 days they did not speak. Hey, good morning. They had manners. Then all of a sudden when he decided, you know what, I ain't finna argue with her no more, I'm just gonna go and do what she say do, then she started liking him. Then he became a friend. Then he became her best friend. What Kevin say, you was already friend zone from the beginning, dog. I don't think he was. I really don't think. I'm back to my original. She was attracted to him in the beginning, but her nasty ass ways turned him off, and the fact that he stood up to her in the beginning turned her off. So when he decided, you know, silence is the best thing for me, which is not the best thing for the marriage, and he recognizes that. He recognizes that. But with silence was the best answer, she was mad. She's rejected. Oh, he can't touch me. Now that he won't touch me, now we friends. Now he won't touch me. Now he want to romance me. Nope. Can't do nothing to me. Can't put his hands on me. I don't care. I'm not ready. She was ready a long time ago, but now she's not ready. You can't make it. I know. I can see through you, Jasmine. I can see through you. Typical Leo. I said it. I said it. Noy and Steve. They gonna be together forever, forever. We still never got the answer to how much money is in Steve's bank account. All over Twitter, they like, oh my goodness, he have 100 bitcoins. He is rich off of bitcoins. He said he invested in a coin earlier. He didn't say which coin it was. You know, he ain't sold it. So technically, he ain't got no money for it yet. Bitcoin is still Bitcoin, Dogecoin, whatever kind of coin is still virtual. So he don't have any lucrative funds for it at this particular time. He probably could sell it and have some money, but as of right now, his bank account still staying at that $40,000 that he said he saved up. He said this himself on the after party. It's not a number that I made up. He said that's what he was able to save up the 4 years that he was working as a sales engineer. It's a lot of money. Sales engineer makes a lot of money. But still, it's only a salary equal to a fast food employee for 1 year, which goes fast in a city like Boston, which goes fast when you now have a wife, which goes fast when you are planning on having a child. Now, the never seen footage that we saw with him was the extended conversation between him and Sriracha, when Sriracha was like, well, what do you want to do with your life? He's like, well, you know, I want to sit down with my wife and make a plan about our dreams. And Sriracha say, that ain't what I'm asking you. What do you want to do with your life? Steve ain't got no answer because Steve don't want to do shit. He still don't want to do shit. That's basically what it is, okay? What he was able to give her, finally, at least, was a plan. Now remember, they was talking about this plan this whole time, and he wanted her to sit down and make the plan up. And again, like Sriracha was saying, what is it that you want to do? So he finally decided to sit down and make the plan himself, present to his wife what his options and choices are. So what he's going to do, he got a timeline for himself. By this particular date, if things aren't looking good, because we're going to revisit it, see if things are looking good for you or me, or are you still comfortable where we at right now? If things ain't looking good, then I'm going to start applying for a job. If anybody in their right god doggone mind think that somebody who is set for life, who was rich, who's Bitcoin, Dogecoin rich, needs to sit down and make a plan on when I need to start applying for a job, that's what they need to do. That's what they gonna do. You was a motherfucking fool. Y'all don't understand money. You don't understand finances. That ain't how that shit work. Somebody who is that financially set as these fans try to make Steve be does not have to consider those factors at all. Right now, he said he was able to show her that he has been financially stable. He has been financially responsible. He has had the ability to make money here and there when needed. He still don't have a job, but he has a time frame now. She didn't give him the ultimatum. She didn't give him the date. She made him put one on himself. This is my time frame. This is my date. We don't know when it is. I don't care. But that's exactly what he needed to do, was to show his wife that he is willing to make her feel secure about their future and their finances. One thing that got me, I told y'all in the last video, Steve and what's that girl name? Lindsay, he wasn't feeling her. He didn't like her energy. Apparently she went around and mouthed off to everybody that him and Stanoy had already had sex or what have you. You know, she told everybody, and she's like, I didn't see that. I didn't say that. And then, you know, he's joking, trying to joke and be friendly with her through the season, and she always cut him down. He was like, fuck her. I ain't trying to be that bitch friend. I don't like you. I know my wife talked to you, but keep our relationship out of her motherfucking ears. That's what I want her to do. You know what I'm saying? They stay together. Who did I miss? Jasmine and Michael, they divorced. I forgot to say that. Oh, I did say that. I said he left her ass after day 12, right? They not together. Okay. So we got Elijah, Juan, and Katina that's still together. We got Mike and Jasmina that's not. We already knew Alyssa and Chris wasn't together. And now we got Noe and Steve, who is. They brought out Sriracha. Why? He's like, well, you know, Sriracha has become Instagram, Twitter famous. Really? I mean, I like Sriracha. I like Sriracha energy. But ain't nobody been up here talking about Sriracha like that. Ain't no hashtag, let's see Sriracha been out there. Come on. I ain't seen no memes, no gifts, no nothing of Sriracha. Come on now. Stop it. Stop it. One of the things that Kevin did ask them about living together, Noy and Steve decided to live together. She decided to still hold on to her apartment. I agreed with that. That's what I thought. I didn't understand why she had to give the apartment up anyway. But they are still kind of sort of living separately. See, I didn't think that she was going to live separately. I thought she could have sublet it or something like that because it's still hers. But I think Noy watched too much Sex in the City. That's all that was. You remember Big and Carrie? They had their own place, but Carrie held on to her apartment. And when she needed a little me time, she would go over to the apartment. That's what Noy was doing. Noy is in her Sex in the City mind frame. That's all it was. They decided to live together. One thing Kevin did not do, which he needed to address in this particular point, at this particular point, he had not asked Jasmina why she decided to live apart from him. That was a key component to this whole thing. Michael dating, I forgot to say that. Michael dating, or he not dating. He say he got somebody in mind. Jasmina not dating at all. She said she ain't thinking about that at all. She all, like I said, they all wrapped up and into each other. They still waiting on each other. Michael waiting on Jasmina to come back around. That's what that is. I'm going to give it another year, y'all. They going to be back together. I'm going to give it a year. Mark my words. Mark my words. Last but not least, Lindsay and Mark. I'm going to pause right here and I'm going to come back. You'll see me probably sitting like this, but I'm going to come back and do Lindsay and Mark. And we still got a lot more left to go. This is a 30-minute video already? It's already 30 minutes. I gotta eat. I'm gonna give y'all this part right now, and then I'm gonna come back and upload the rest of it, and that'll be Lindsay and Mark, because we gotta talk about this doggone letter that Lindsay pulled out, and then we're gonna talk about what's going on with the rest of the reunion and this, that, and the third. And just in case you didn't know, in July the new season begins. I don't know what city it is. Let's see. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Married at First Sight, season 15. Where season 15 is happening. Where is it going? I'm looking, y'all. I'm looking. Season 15 premieres. It's supposed to be July. Where is it coming on at? It's on Lifetime. After season 15. Nashville. No, wait a minute. The application for season 15 is in place for season. Nashville. They going to Nashville. Oh, I get to hear some country folks. I love me some Nashville twang. I do. Okay. Yeah, July. So it should be July when we get the next season. Alright, y'all. I'll be back in a separate video to talk about Lindsay and Mark and the rest of this doggone reunion. Alright, y'all. Alright, y'all, I'm back. The eating and everything. Okay, so Lindsay and Mark. Was there something else I was gonna say about Noy and Steve? They brought out Sriracha. Now I must say that I still like Sriracha's words of wisdom, but the internet sensation, I doubt that she really was. Noy and Steve, they plan on having a baby within a year. I said that they live together now. They're in counseling. That's one thing I want to say. Noy and Steve are in counseling. They gonna make it. I didn't think they was. They gonna make it. The fact that they decided to actually go into counseling after decision day to work on their communication is a wonderful thing. That was one of the smartest decisions that any one of these couples has made on this show this entire time. Kudos to Steve and Noy, because I said y'all wasn't gonna make it. I said y'all, but y'all decided to live together. I said y'all wasn't gonna make it. So anywho, On to Lindsay and Mark. You think that when they came out that they was together, the way that they talked about each other, and she showed how much she appreciated it, and she cared about him, and he was there for her, and when I needed him, he was my rock, my sword, my shield. You know what I'm saying? All of that. And then he was saying so much things nice about her. You know, we had a good solid foundation. I knew she was a wild card, but I was willing to deal with it. You know, she done so much for me. This, that, you know, they was bigging each other up. But were they still together? And she said, absolutely not. Absolutely not. But she said, absolutely not, as if she the one that called it off. Just like Michael told Jasmina, see you later, bye, so did Mark. Mark said, I can't take this abuse. I can't take this abuse at all. She went on about the social media, about how he always on his phone. He was like, that was early on in the relationship. When I realized it was a trigger for her, I stopped doing it. So she lying. She don't know how to accurately deflect what the heck happened on in the relationship. She be telling lies. He's called her a liar in so many different ways, and it make no doggone sense. Lindsay sat up there with her nose all tooted up in the air. I like to think that when I get into a relationship, a friendship, or whatever, that I leave the situation and it's better than it was before. I got a letter for you, Mark. Baby, she wrote this letter. She had a letter. She had a letter for him, y'all. This is such narcissistic behavior. This is Elijah wine in white skin and blonde hair. This is Alyssa 2.0. Because she's still in denial too. She's still in denial too. She said, I done everything for you. She said earlier that she didn't realize that getting this marriage was going to mean that she's going to have 3 jobs instead of 1. I did everything for you. I cleaned your little rat infested house. Your roach infested house, your bed bugs. I took care of your cat. When your cat died, I was there for you. I was shoulder crown. I took care of your sick mama, your drunk dad. She just went on a whole list of shit of everything she done did for this man. She said she gave him the Lindsay magic. The Lindsay effect made him a better person than he was when they started. She the reason that he in a new career, making more money than he's ever made in his life. You know what I'm saying? She the reason that his grass is green. She the reason that his skies is blue. Okay? She is everything to him and then some. And what has he gave her? Nothing. Nilch. Nina. Nada. He gave her a damn thing. But fine lines and wrinkles that she had Botox. The fine lines and wrinkles, Lindsay looked a lot younger. The fine lines and wrinkles, that's all he gave her. He couldn't even give her a good orgasm, remember? But at first she could. Yeah, I don't understand why women do that. They get with a dude, they all in love and all smit and all, ooh. The dude banging them out. And they telling all their friends how good it is, how they back getting broken. As soon as shit go wrong, his dick little anyway. He can't give me an orgasm anyway. It's a lie, the truth ain't know you. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, every dude I was with except for 2, and I've been with a lot of dudes, dick was good. Had big ones too. Just saying. I'm just saying. Thank y'all, all my exes. Anywho, baby, she said that she has been everything to him in a bag of chips, and that's all he smelled. It's like the smell of funky Fritos. That's all it is. That's all it is. Mark was fed up. He wouldn't even sit next. He laid it like this. He said, this woman done bullied me and bullied me, got up in my face, cussed me out, threatened me, all over an Instagram post, saying what she was going to do for me, what she was going to take from me. I brought you in this world and I take you out type of mentality. She was going in. He said, oh no, I can't do this no more. He told her to get the fuck out. Get to stepping. She said, you know what? I didn't realize that I had just gave up my apartment. Somebody's already moving into it right now. In 7 days after we have remodeled your 3-family home, I think it was a 3-story home. It wasn't 3-family because we saw that house. It wasn't a 3-family, but 3-story home. We remodeled it in 7 days. I don't know what kind of contract worker you have been trained to do, Lindsay. In 7 days, y'all remodeled that whole 3-family home. Let you tell it. Then you kicked me out. He said, "No, Tess, let's tell the truth and shame the devil. I kicked you out because you kept threatening me. I kicked you out because you bullied me. I was bullied all of my childhood. All of it. But I ain't never, ever ran into one like you. You are the top tier of the bullies that I've ever encountered in my life. Lindsay is up there." And Kevin's like, "You think this, Lindsay, you don't recognize the wrong you've done and the faults that you have? You think it's fair how you've been treating Mark?" "I sure do think it's fair. I sure do." I was like, this girl is delusional. She's self-centered. She has to did it. She narcissist. She's a ooh-wee. All that bitch made a list of everything. Who literally keeps track of every single thing they do for their loved one? Somebody you said you loved. Your husband. In a marriage, ain't it supposed to be an equal partnership? You keeping tabs? I woke him up today. You remember that day I woke you up? I woke you up that day. I fed you lunch. I let you go to the bathroom before me on June 14th. That's Lindsay. Lindsay keeping track of every little thing. I blinked 40 times. I let you blink 41. Then she told her that the man ain't even intelligent. Kevin said, "Well, you dating right now?" "I've been dating. I found somebody that was just treating me so fine, so kind. Why you ain't with him?" She said it was a fun date. "Well, why you ain't with him?" "It was a fun date. Why you ain't with him?" What she do? She packed up and she moved to California. She finna go give Palo Alto the blues down, baby. That's what she moved to. She wanted to, don't San Francisco have snow? She said, "I wanted to move somewhere where there was the snow." She took a job in San Francisco. I gotta look it up. Don't San Francisco have snow? Saying, I thought, friend, my daughter was there in San Jose. Have snow? I thought they have snow. San Francisco have snow? That's the question. Does San Francisco have snow? Oh, really? I didn't know that. Since 1887, San Francisco has only seen 6 snowstorms. That's snowstorms. But what about snow? It's been 46 years since any snow has fell at all. I did not know that. It don't snow in San Francisco. They got too many hills for me. I've never been. I'm scared to cross that Golden Gate Bridge. That's the only way to get into San Francisco, I think, right? Is there an extra airport in San Francisco? Like I said, my daughter went to San Jose, and I'm apparent she took the Uber over to San Francisco because her flight was out of there. I did not know that. Well, anyway, Lindsay lives in San Francisco now, y'all, in Palo Alto, looking for her intelligent man. And Karen was like, "You know, that was a dig, right?" She's like, "No, what?" She said, "He said, you know, it was a dig. You just implied that this man wasn't intelligent." She said, "Oh, he not." I can give a damn about him. Karen said, "Well, y'all just gonna be friends after this?" "Nope, I don't want him in my life." "Why? Why would I need him in my life?" And Mark was like, "Well, damn. When I kicked you out after them 7 days of us remodeling the home, I at least told you have fun in San Francisco." "I hope San Francisco treats you kind." And Mark, why you want to still be friends with her? Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. They done it over with, y'all. They should have. Explosive. Dynamite. Wait, the fact that y'all said yes on decision day was stupid any doggone way. It's stupido. It's stupido. You and her. I told y'all Mark was scared of her. He was scared to say no. That's all that was. And she said the same thing I said. Mark was so busy trying to impress everybody else that he wasn't worried about what his wife was thinking. He was trying to impress everybody else. He was trying to convince himself what everybody else was telling him, that he should stay with Lindsay just because of how good she is to him. Mark said, "Fuck that, not no more. I done lost this 40 pounds. I got a potential job with the fire department. I would find the ladies. You know how ladies like me in uniform? working on me. I told you it was happy weight he lost. He said 7 days after remodeling the house, he kicked that bitch out the house. She said he tried to charge me rent. And I was like, how you gonna charge me rent? I'm your wife. You was a Tasmanian devil. That's what you was. Got to go. You ain't gonna stay here. But you gotta get the hell out of here. You ain't gotta go home because you can't go home because you sold your place. You rented out your place. But you was a nurse. Lindsay could get a job anywhere. She's a nurse. She could be my fucking nurse. If I saw her, if I went to the emergency room and see Lindsay, I'd be scared. Can y'all get me somebody else, please? Don't put the IV near me. No heifer. Because then you'll come back in here. I gave you IV. I gave you your medication. You know what I'm saying? I put a warm blanket on your bed, and this is how you treat me. Just disrespectful. You don't show appreciation for me. That's how she would be. That's how she would be. That's it, y'all. Married at First Sight. Part 1 of the reunion. Part 2 coming on Wednesday night. I don't know what day I'm gonna give it to y'all. I don't understand what the hell they coming back for. But we see when they come back, they bringing all the couples on stage together with the experts, and now they finna talk about everybody business at the same time. See y'all next video. Peace.